Welcome to Modern Femme-ily with your host and resident lesbian, Cassie. Join her and our resident LGBTQIA plus ally, Molly, as they talk to women of all walks of life to discuss everyday matters of a woman's world. Join these lovely beauties every Friday at 8 p.m. to talk about hot topics, sensitive topics, but most of all, the real topics.
Hello, my lovely humans. How are you? It has been too long. We've missed you last week, and we'll touch briefly on that craziness when I bring Molly in to join me. But I want to say hello. It's been, like I said, too long. We missed you. But if you are new here, welcome. My name is Cassie. I'm the resident lesbian here on Modern Femme-ily, and your host. And welcome. Everyone is welcome here. As our post said, everybody is perfect. So this month we talk about body positivity. So welcome. So here's where I give our little disclaimer. So we may look like ladies, hair, makeup, all that fun stuff. But some of our favorite words are 4 little letters. So now is your time to lock the kiddos in the bathroom, or better yet, grab your favorite drink of choice, lock yourself in the bathroom, and join us for the next hour while we chat about everything. So I want to bring Molly out, and then we'll let her say hello, and we can tell you where you can find us. You ready, Molly? All right, here she comes.
Hello. Welcome back. I should say welcome back to us too. It's been a while. I do want to ask, can you see me when we're back there? Like when I'm back behind stage?
I can, yes.
Sitting there, like making sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth. And I'm like, oh man, she's probably thinking I'm crazy. Just like her.
Girl, I've known you long enough. I know you're crazy.
So true. Yes. So yeah, why did we miss last week, Cassie?
Well, let's see. I spent Monday of last week back in the closet. And I don't mean hypothetically.
Right.
I mean, literally my wife and our 70-pound fur baby and myself. Thank goodness we were cleaning out our closet and going through clothes and had it in baskets that we could just kind of rip it out of our closet. Because there were funnel clouds spotted only a few miles from my house.
That's crazy.
And all last week we had crazy weather. This week it stopped about Wednesday. But I mean, flash flooding, 75 mile per hour winds.
Right.
Houses just down the street from Molly last Friday did not have power.
I had power, which is crazy, which is really funny because the entire town around me, like, obviously didn't have power.
Didn't have power.
Aware of that. So I was just like doing my work thing, like whatever. And then apparently around me, like, was apocalypse or something. I don't know.
So last week it was pouring down rain on Friday. And I was like, my luck, we're going to lose power. So I'm in here and Molly and I get ready together before the show. So like we FaceTime, so we get ready. And I set everything up in my office and I wet my makeup sponges because, it takes a lot to make this face look even. And I go to walk across the living room to go put my contacts in and everything shuts down.
Right.
And I'm sure the entire neighborhood that I live in heard me scream, fuck.
Right.
Because I was like, you got to be kidding me. One, my wife was making grilled cheese sandwiches, and that is like one of my all-time favorite quick meals.
I love grilled cheese.
And I mean, luckily we have a gas stove, so she would have been able to make grilled cheese. However, it would have been in the complete dark.
Right.
Because it may have only been 6 o'clock in the evening, and it's summertime, so it's still light outside.
Right, but it's like dark because like the storm clouds that are like constantly over our area.
Yeah.
So we were gone because Cassie didn't have power. Yeah.
And
Welcome to our lives.
we even talked about, like, I totally would have, like, lit candles, and I have a little, like, emergency lantern that, like, you pull and it turns on. I would have totally done all that. However, I can't stream from my phone.
Right. Okay.
And I would have been terrified, like, had it come back on and we would have taken the chance to do it. My luck again, we would have lost power again.
And I would have been stuck by myself, been like, hey guys, na 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 na. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. So
right.
I exit.
And honestly,
does the show go on? You know?
Right. You would have been like, how do I turn it off?
For real.
You know, because unfortunately, Molly doesn't have the off button.
No,
I have it on
like,
my iPad.
Yeah.
So,
like, I can leave the session, girl. If you piss me the fuck off,
right.
leave. Yeah.
And everybody would have just been up creek without a paddle. And,
right.
You know, so thank goodness I messaged, you know, the person who runs WLFE. I said, so we have a problem.
Yeah. So we canceled.
Yes. So, and then I sat in the dark.
Yeah. Which was, you know, and I always feel like in those moments, it's like, it finally happened. Like, it's apocalypto time. Like,
right.
Zombies. Because that's kind of what I almost kind of want to happen. Only to see if I can survive. Because I feel like I would. I feel like these brains would be a survivalist. I'm telling you, man. I know it went weird.
I would hide. I would go to my mother and my stepfather's house in the middle of nowhere and hide on top of a mountain because you could literally see people coming from every direction. You
gotta get the advantage point.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have it. So real quick, I said we were going to jump back into this. So make sure you are checking Modern Femme-ily out on WLFE-DB.com. And then Facebook.com/WLFE-DB Radio and their LGBTQIA plus WLFEDB. Wow, my brain just skipped there for a second.
It probably just like shut off and was like, girl, I'm going to give you a second. I'm going to catch up.
Your tongue and your brain need to sync.
Right.
But yeah, so check us out on all of WLFE-DB Radio's platforms. They also have so many good shows, whether it's LGBTQIA plus or their variety shows. Awesome. I've caught so many of them and they've just completely floored me. So make sure you check them out. Not at 8 p.m. You want to stay with us for that on Fridays. But then you can also, I updated. So Facebook is Modern Femme-ily. Instagram is Modern Femme-ily, all one word, no dash. And then YouTube is Modern Femme-ily, the same way the show is spelled. So make sure you check us out there. And then, of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So,
okay. And I want to say, like, you made it easy, y'all. So get to doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Get it. Get in there.
Right.
So yes. So let me turn that off before I forget. So yeah, like I said earlier, this is going to be another body positivity show. As you can see, Molly is total like California Barbie, mermaid, like luscious. Can we take a second to revel in your gorgeous hair right now?
Thank you. Yes, I got it done.
It looks fantastic.
And this, y'all, is gonna be my wedding hair color. So I'm really excited about that. So just kind of like imagine it kind of like up and like so, and like a veil or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, I thank you. I like my hair.
Yes, I love it. And you're rocking the pink sports bra, which I'm jealous. I love that color.
Thank you. I do too. I like bought it because of the color and because it's like a razorback and those are kind of fun right now for me. And yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm giving green bikini top. I know I wore this our first episode. However, I did not have this cute little top.
Yeah.
It's off the shoulder. All of the stars. I'm not going to stand up because I am wearing bottoms. but I'm not wearing appropriate bottoms to show a whole outfit. I'm comfy from the waist down. Let's
There we
just
go.
say that.
I feel like everybody knows that, like, now, and like kind of expects that, because
Right.
the year that we had before, everybody was working from home. At least a lot of people were.
Right.
And you only had to be like professional from like here up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got
rocking
like
the sweats and the slides. Don't judge me.
I know.
But all of these cute little stars, so they do go down the whole top and in the back, and they are all like all these big ones. I'm trying to do this in the camera, and it's like,
and it's weird because
what
it's
am I
like
going?
mirrored. I
Yeah.
know.
But all of these stars are secret.
Yeah, no,
So,
I think that's really cool.
Rocking the you can see my midriff, and I have no fucks to give.
No, zero. Well, and like we were talking, okay, so like I feel like a couple shows ago, like it kind of got really morose. We were talking about like mental health and how that affects us and how that affects like how we view our body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we were talking before the show of like, and of course we posted online of what we were going to talk about, is how do we stay like body positive, like when we get in those moods of like, because I get in those moods where I'm like, I really don't like how I look right now.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately society wants me to be some certain way, even as a plus size person. Like I'm not even like considered like the good plus size person, in the sense of like my stomach's not flat, I don't have like that hourglass. I like have this pear with an apple with like a hourglass with, I don't know, shape. And
I mean, I always poke fun at it, but I'm like, round is a shape.
Right. I'm just me. So I do have those days where like I feel like I can't live up to those expectations, and I'm supposed to be cute all the time, but girl, it's so hard to find clothes.
No, absolutely.
And, so like that skinny privilege comes to mind, and well, you can go into a store and come out regardless. And I don't want to take away from people who have a hard time in a dressing room. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Right.
But girl has been there, and it's been super discouraging. So I get how you get stuck in that kind of weird, I hate what I am, but I love. So how do you mesh those two together?
Right. What makes you body positive?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because we were talking earlier, there are things that I absolutely love about me.
Right.
And like, just briefly, one that comes to mind, I've always loved my shoulders. Don't know why.
Well, girl, you got good shoulders. Look at that roundness. And it's smooth.
Like, yeah. I've always worn like racerback tank tops or off the shoulder shirts. That's always been a staple in my wardrobe.
It's so awesome. Yeah.
But then there are certain things that I'm like, ugh, I just wish it were a little this,
right,
or a little that.
Like a just tuck here and a pinch here, and
right.
Yeah.
Like, and Molly and I have had numerous conversations of like, can we get a BOGO? Like, right. How do we have someone just nip tuck, pull, put this over there, put that over there?
Right.
Like, but in that same mind frame with the mental health, like, you love and accept yourself, and that's how you become body positive. Whether you feel yourself today or you don't feel yourself today, or I love my shoulders but my stomach's driving me crazy.
No, listen, I say this all the time, like, I don't have that flat stomach, and I mean I did when I was like in high school. It was lovely, but life happens, depression happens, things happen. And so now, like, it's weird that, like, I'm not what I used to look like, but I'm more confident now than I've ever been.
Yep.
I wear, like, we went to something this week. Oh, we went to the fair down here, and the other night, and I wore a dress that showed my legs.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like a straplet, like not strapless, but like a spaghetti strap, and it was like a tight waist, not tight, but it was like a cinch waist type of dress. And
okay,
right? And I don't want to be at this fair. I wore my hair down for like half an hour.
Right, exactly.
But, and I caught myself in a glance, in a reflection. And I went to a mind of like, oh my gosh, look at your side reflection. And then I was like, wait, no. Look how cool I am wearing this dress,
Right.
walk around this fair. Here comes my train. My 8 o'clock train.
It's only 15 minutes late today.
I know. But yeah, so that was a really great moment for me, and in a way, like that helps me in those times of I hate my body. I am really at odds with it right now.
Yeah.
I, like, kind of look at it, and I'm like, nope, you cute, you know?
Right. Well, and so in how we stay body positive, because I'm very similar. Like I'll catch a reflection and then I have to be like, but wait a minute, that's not a mirror.
Right.
That's like a piece of plexiglass and a door that I just walked past. So one, that's even more unrealistic than I already think it is.
Right.
And two, you know, like you said, you were like, I feel cute.
Yeah.
I am rocking a dress that I wouldn't have worn, say, you know, a year ago,
Last
2 years
year.
ago.
Absolutely.
You know, my hair's looking good. My face is on point.
No, I didn't have any makeup on, girl. It was hot. Well, I mean, it wasn't hot, but I knew I was going to get hot and sweat. So I was like,
Right.
I'm not wasting good makeup.
Right.
But I'm not wasting good makeup on a fair. Like, fair brings out, like, everybody. Like, everybody from the woodworks comes out and you see it all.
Well, and especially because last year we didn't have it because of COVID.
Yes.
So
yes.
everybody is there this year. So
yeah.
I only ran into a couple people I knew when I went last weekend.
Well, one, I'm not really from here, so.
Right.
But I do, like, I saw some people, but I don't think they recognize me because my hair is so long.
Yeah. Well, your hair was down. You're wearing a dress.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But and that's the thing. So like for me, and I've always said this, like I have days where, you know, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I feel like a fat lazy cow. Like I just, you know, I don't feel good about myself.
Right.
But then there are days where I'm like, I don't like this shirt, but it's clean, so I'm gonna wear it.
Right.
And then I go out and I'm like, but you know what? I look cute.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Just because I'm having an insecure day doesn't mean I have to beat myself up. Like, I like the way I look. Yeah.
Well, I think the hardest thing when it comes to loving yourself and in any capacity is accepting your flaws.
Yes.
And it's not an overnight journey.
No.
I know I started this journey, I mean, in my teens, right?
Yeah.
You're going to find who you are in this society, who you are, whoever you identify as, like as a like, you know, like who are you?
Right.
And then you're lost my train of thought. I knew it. I said in the beginning of the show.
Right before she's like, my train's gonna leave and I'm not gonna be on it.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, no, like to play off of that, like it is definitely a journey. It's not an overnight thing.
No.
So when I was 18, I started working in nightclubs and in bars, and anyone who's worked in that atmosphere knows you want to make money, you got to show a little goodies.
Right.
Like,
right.
You know, like I was living off of tips. Essentially. So, and I worked in gay bars, and not all, but most of the gay men that I've met love boobs.
Yeah.
No idea why.
And I like, why do men like, and I think that's a question that's been asked over and over.
Right.
But like, I still want to know, why is that a sex appeal thing? And why is that over sexualized? That can be an episode, but why?
Yeah. However, I used that over sexualization in my advantage.
Hey, listen.
I was making money.
In this society, we are given two things: our wits and our sexuality. We use them to our advantage. Not my fault you set it up this way.
Right. Thank you. You gave me the goods. I just used them.
Yep.
But so back then, like, I came across very confident. I lived with drag queens, so they were constantly doing my makeup. You know, I had a few that would help me with my hair, and I would always get their opinion before I walked out the door. Do I look cute? You know, so I was looking for that external validation.
Validation, yes.
You know,
I did that too.
Yeah. And then as I got older, I didn't so much need the external validation because I was getting it from me. Even though, you know, 5-10 years from when I started working in the bars, I topped out at 300 pounds. Like, not even gonna lie. Like, that was my biggest. And even at that point, like, I still felt good about myself.
Well, and that's the thing. And it's confidence and it's acceptance at any size, right? I've been on the bigger scale. I've been on the lower scale, right? I have fluctuated in my 32 years like nobody's business. I have been on every single diet known to mankind.
Right.
I know how to diet. Like, I'm an expert at it.
We're pros at that. We've been there, done that. Bought multiple t-shirts.
Yeah,
in
really.
different sizes.
Rode the rides. Bought the passport. Like, everything. So,
exactly.
My train is
it's your night to do things like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because usually it's me, the hot mess, that forgets what I'm talking about.
And it was a good point too, but you know what's distracting me is I haven't had my hair this long, like, ever. And I can feel it on the back, on my back, because it's open because I have a sports bra on. And every time I move, and it's like, oh, it's so soft.
I would say, don't lie. You can be conceited on this show. You're watching yourself in the playback, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. I know, and I keep, like, looking, because, like, one of the comments I was reading when I was doing my research of how to be a vlogcaster or whatever, was, like, one of the annoying things that, like, viewers were saying is that lack of looking at the camera. So it's, like, the lack of actually looking at them, so they look involved. So I'm, like, constantly, like, trying to remember, look at the camera, and then I'm like,
oh, I'm horrible at that. I'll be the first one to admit.
Right, and
I
then
watch
I'm like,
you.
Look at me. Oh, and then I catch myself. Ooh.
Right.
Like, you know.
Right, feeling yourself.
Yeah, and this hair, like, I just can't get over it. I mean, look at me.
Right, long, luscious locks.
I'm a mermaid. Okay.
Right. Real quick, so my mom says, hello, ladies. Hi, Mom. Ooh. Thanks for watching. Robert has such a good point. As long as you are happy with yourself, no one else's opinion should matter.
No, it's absolutely true.
100% facts.
And when you get to that point, it's so freeing.
So freeing.
And then you realize that the journey was worth it.
Yeah.
Because that stuff, like, made you the person you are today.
Yep. We live in Pennsylvania, so all the potholes we fell in, and my fellow Pennsylvanians understand that terminology.
Yeah.
You realize that it's all worth it in the long run.
It is. Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter what people think. They're still going to talk regardless of if I weigh 130 pounds or I weigh 300 pounds. They're going to find something to talk about.
Well, I think the hardest thing for me to, like, realize when I hear or things are made comments about is they're most likely saying it because of their own insecurities.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I, like, have a hard time.
And that's
I'm, like, on my warpath.
And that's, like, really hard.
Yeah, no, it is.
Because, you know, we can sit here and preach body positivity.
Get off your human horse, Cassie.
Right. Forgot about that. You know, we can sit here and talk about it until I'm literally blue in the face.
Mm-hmm.
But someone who's going to talk smack is going to talk smack regardless.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that old saying when we were kids, you know, whatever you say, or I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. Like, you literally just have to.
There is. And there comes a point, too, though, where I'm not going to stay silent anymore.
Right.
In the sense of, like, I'm not going to let it bother me, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to come unglued. But there also has to come a point where something has to be said. Otherwise, it's not going to stop.
Right.
So I'm going to say your unsolicited X, Y, and Z is not wanted here.
Yes,
Please
exactly.
and
if you
or
can take your negativity
yeah,
and go the fuck home.
Absolutely.
Because I don't have time for it. I like me. I don't care if you like me.
Really. And I had a hard time. I still do. Working on that with my therapist. But I have a hard time with people's opinions about me. It has something to do with, like, I don't know, a good reputation. Like, that was what was instilled in me when I was younger. Was your reputation. The only thing you have is your reputation. So in itself, that turned into, like, oh my god, what do people think of me? Like, I don't want them to think I'm, like, have this bad reputation. Yeah. That went rabbit traily. But you guys are welcome to that inside of my life.
But no, that has a great point to it. You know, like, Molly, you may have grown up on the West Coast, but we grew up in very similar, you know, backgrounds and very similar areas.
Yeah.
You know, aka middle of nowhere.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
and
where your family friends have been like your family friends for generations.
Exactly. And to the point where, like, not to be crude, but this is our show and we talk about this kind of thing. I could fart in my house.
Yeah.
And the neighbors 3 towns down would know within 20 minutes, like, that kind of thing.
It's that telephone tree thing or whatever.
Yes.
They get on my mom. She gets on my line and just starts calling everybody. I love it, though.
But it's that kind of mentality of, if I do something, what will, you know, Joe Smith down the street and his family say?
Yes. That's really hard to get over.
Yeah.
That's really hard to get over. And that's like kind of, because it's like, it's come into my workplace too, in the sense of, like, I'm always worried about what people think about me, to the point where sometimes it paralyzes me.
Yeah.
When they'll come to me, aka you, and be like, girl, you're fine. You could have done X, Y, and Z. Or you could have asked me this. Like, get out of your head. You're fine.
Right. You know? Like, there have been plenty of times where I'll go to Molly and I'm like, what the fuck? Stop.
What are you worrying about? You're fine.
Right. I'll be like, hey, do you have time for a quick chat? Like, what I do? Nothing.
Right.
I literally wanted to ask you a question. Like, do you like my new lip color? Like,
right. I know. So, like, and it's been a relief because I've been working through that. And then realizing how much it's spread across all aspects of my life.
Yeah. Well, and
so much fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you start breaking those barriers and those walls down, and you realize, okay, it's not just, you know, me and my, you know, partner. It's me and my family, and it's me and my friends, and it's me and my job. And you start to see all those pieces crumble that you've built up for so many years. You're like, so this is what it feels like to breathe.
It really does. And I have to say this because I went and did my dress alterations, or fitting or whatever. Yeah, alterations. That's a whole story. And I get done, and because my dress is sleeveless. And when I bought it, I was going to put sleeves on it. Because I don't or didn't like my arms. And to speed this up, so I get the alterations and I say, whatever, I'm gonna be hot with sleeves, I'm not doing sleeves. My dress is gorgeous without it, I'll be fine. So on the way home, I call my mom, I'm like, hey, I did this, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. And she's like, did you get sleeves? And I was like, no, I didn't, I ended up not, because I don't want to be too hot. And she goes, oh, But I know what she's saying is, are you going to be comfortable? Because I know that you said you weren't going to be. So I
Right.
think, oh, and like understanding, but like,
Are you sure?
Yeah. But then
Yeah.
I was like, yep, no, I'm absolutely sure. And super proud of that decision.
Absolutely. Like, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go with Molly. I had prior family obligations. But when she told me, like, was it that night? Yeah, you called me that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we FaceTimed and she was telling me all this stuff. And I was like, good for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be the one that would be like, well, bitch.
Right.
We're in the desert.
I know.
And your dumbass wanted sleeves. Like, because I'm that friend, right? Like, I'll say it with love and kindness, but I'll be like, I want to hear it.
Well, and it's all because wasn't comfortable with my arms. Because they're husky, right?
They're gorgeous. They're covered with tattoos. Like, I love it.
I put myself in them, right? This is my own art.
Yeah.
And I've always had issues with it, and I never used to wear like showing my arm revealing clothing. And
well, case in point, even when Reese and I got married, you were like, I think I'm gonna wear sleeves. I was like, go for it, but we're getting married June 1st.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be hot.
No.
Yeah.
And I didn't wear sleeves, and I was very happy.
Yep.
At that time, I look back at pictures and I kind of was judgmentally about myself. Judgmentally, that's not a word.
We speak Molly now. We're good.
Thanks. I was judging myself like an arse that I am. And instead of, oh my gosh, that was such a happy day. Look how great I look. Look at my face. Look at the hair. I did it all.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Right. My hair, your hair, my mom's, Mare's hair, like everybody's hair, Molly was in charge of that. Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to choose to look when I look at my wedding pictures. I'm not going to look back. Even when if I ever like lose any weight or am a smaller size, I'm not going to look back and be like, oh, I wish I was smaller. No. It was a great day. I know it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
And that's
you have to focus on, I'm marrying the person I'm supposed to be with. Absolutely. And I'm going to enjoy, whether it be I'm heavy or I'm, tiny, I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. And I am going to eat whatever and drink whatever I choose to do.
We're going to be in Vegas. You know how many buffets I'm going to go and hit? Yo,
I've never been to Vegas. Do you know how excited I am to celebrate my first time and your wedding at the same time? Like,
I'm so excited.
I hear angels. So I want to get a few quick comments in real quick, and then we're going to have to go to commercial break. But Robert is giving such good insight, and I agree 100% with them. So social media has a few things to blame for self-confidence issues. For example, the people posting get insecure because they aren't getting likes. I have so many friends that will post pictures or videos or, whatever on any social media platform. And if they don't get, say, 20 likes in, a couple hours, they take it down. I'm like, but I love that picture. It was a great picture. Right. Why did you take it down? That's a memory you can cherish.
I know. I know. Well, and the expectation of being like perfect, like the people in those pictures, or like the background and that house and how clean it is, like that can get really hard too.
Right. I mean, honestly, if you saw behind this backdrop, my office is a disaster.
You saw my table right now, or my desk even.
Yeah, total disaster. But Robert, it's so true.
It is.
And then he said, Cassie, that makes you a better friend. You care, but you will be blunt. Oh, 100%. Because I know Molly will be the exact same way with me. If I need to get my shit together, she's the first one to be like, girl, get it together. Right. We're basically sisters. Like,
totally.
We'll tell you off with a smile and love. Like, love you, mean it. Stop being in your head. But yeah, and we're talking about looking back at your pictures. Don't look back with regrets because you had a really awesome day.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's true. And like I said, it took me a little bit to get to that point.
Yeah. Well, and Molly and I were talking before the show. One of my insecurities that I am super self-conscious about is that roll, like on the side that goes into the back fat, like.
Yeah, it's like the shoulder roll.
Yeah.
The back shoulder roll.
I've always been self-conscious about that. So I make sure, like, my bikini top covers it, or my bra covers it, or
it's like constricted. And so you try to make it as flat,
as smooth as possible. And in my wedding, in our engagement photos, there was one particular photo that Reese and I had. We were on train tracks, and I was on one track. She was on the other. We were holding hands. She was holding my shoes, and we were walking down the train track, and I loved the picture, but the only thing I could see was that back roll.
I remember you saying that when you were showing me your pictures.
And Molly said, she's like, I didn't even see that until, like, you were like, look right there. Do you see it right there? She's like, no.
Well, I think that's with a lot of people. We think we see our insecurities when people don't.
Right. Exactly. Yep. So after the conversation that Molly and I had, in the dress that I wore to get married, I had a bra built in, so I didn't have that, and I had a lower back dress.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that comfort blanket, that security that I was so used to having. But looking back at pictures, I don't even see it.
Right.
Because all I see is the love and the fun that we were all having, because it was either we had fun and laugh, or we melt and cry because it was 8,000 degrees outside.
Oh my gosh.
So, I choose to see the good in those memories, because it's not worth seeing the bad. Yeah,
it's the
bad.
Right. It's the what if affirmations. Well, what if it's not actually what I see?
Right.
What if that isn't a bad thing?
Right.
Whatever. Yep. What if that insecurity isn't really an insecurity?
Yeah.
Yep. Change those neurons, people.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. We're going to pop some commercials up, and then we have some pictures to show. I did not see any come through in our email. If you have, body positive pictures that you feel banging in, or it's just something out of your comfort zone that you were like, look at me, I did this. This was me. Please send them to us, modernfemme-ily@gmail.com. We will share them. We will celebrate with you.
I mean, shoot, dang, you can even post them on our Facebook if you need to.
Yeah, post them to our Facebook, or, message them to us, and we'll post them and give you a shout out. Like, we are all about female empowerment, body positivity, and let's
spread that love.
Human empowerment. Yeah. You don't have to be a female or identify as a female. If you love something about you, share it with us. We will celebrate it with you. But all right, we're gonna pop to a commercial real quick, and we will be back in a few minutes.
WLFE Digital Network is now on digital television. If you're into ghosts, Bigfoot, UFOs, and the creepy, then WLFE has a TV channel for you, Paranormal View. Watch all of your favorite WLFE video talk shows on one channel. Shows like Paratalk Radio, Step Into the Paranormal, Skeptical Help Bar, The Creepy Parlor, and more. Looking for something else? Do you support the LGBTQ+ community? WLFE has brought all of their LGBTQ shows like Inside the Drag Closet, Everything Yet Nothing, Across the Pond, and Rainbow Soul all into one place. A new TV channel called LGBTQ Friends. The third channel is a Variety Unlimited. Here you'll find a wide variety of talk shows you know and love, like Just Cindy, Card Pulls and Coffee, Real Talk with Dom, The Bipolar DM, Meet the Author, and Movie Review 5. The best part of watching these shows is that they're all available to watch at one location, one website, WLFE-DB.com.
You are listening to WLFE-DBradio.com, where our shows are your shows.
Listen to the WLFE-DB podcast, available on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check out shows like Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and Step into the Paranormal. Now, on to your favorite podcast app.
This is Dominic Santasero with Real Talk with Dom. You are listening to WLFE-dbradio.com, where our shows are your shows.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Brie, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hello, welcome back to Modern
back.
Family. It's funny, Mom, I'm totally going to call you out here for a second.
Okay.
On Fridays, so we work till 3:30, and then we, do whatever running around we have to do, and then we start getting ready relatively early because it does take time to look, this plain on camera.
Right.
Sorry. But so I text Molly about an hour and a half before the show started, and I was like, girl, I'm going to scarf down dinner and I'll send you the link and we can get ready. And she was like, don't worry, don't rush. And so we hop on and we're getting ready. And I was like, oh, what did, you and Charlie have for dinner? She goes, we ordered food. So I'm totally watching you eat edamame when we're on commercial break.
I was scarfing that down, and then, I got a big rib. So I was like, trying to and
well, and the best part was I'm sitting here like, that looks really good.
Right?
I'm like, I have my Snapple apple and because I'm boring, and I'm like, now I'm hungry. And I just ate, I had hot dogs for dinner. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was a quick dinner, but I love hot dogs. They're one of my favorite food groups.
Love hot. I was telling Cassie, I was so bummed. We went to the fair, like I said, and we went to a stand where I was like, I didn't really want to eat anywhere, but then I saw a stand that said hot dog or corn dogs.
And it was like the beacon. You heard angels singing.
Oh. And so I went, and I was like, I want a corn dog. And they're like, we're all sold out. And so is everybody else. What?
Yeah. So she went and got the brisket sandwich that I told her about, and she did not regret it.
No, I didn't. I mean, I would have gotten both, let's be honest. Because you gotta have a fair corn dog. Because that's like not your freezer, put in the microwave or put in the oven. It's good and golden and just crispy.
Tomorrow's the last night. Maybe we have plans during the day, but maybe we'll call you and be like, so are you gonna be around or no?
Listen, I'm not going back into that fair because I don't like crowds and people ever. But I'll meet you somewhere to get my corn dog.
Right. We might be able to work that out. But yeah, so anyway, welcome back to Modern Family, where we just go off on random tangents. We can't always help it.
Listen, modern women, we do whatever we want.
Say, look, this is a body positivity month, and your girl likes to eat, okay?
Oh my gosh,
I love food. So talking about food is like right down my alley.
And listen, I'm going to say this because I preach it a lot. I ran into this thing. It's called intuitive eating. Look into it. I recommend it. Anyway, the moment you stop giving moral value to food, man.
Yep.
like frees everything up. It frees you to be okay with going to the fair and getting a corn dog and a brisket sandwich, because when do you get to eat those?
Exactly.
Never.
So Robert is just like, I'm loving everything that they're
Robert,
posting.
I like it. Interaction.
Meet on a dark corner to supply Molly with corn dogs. Sounds shady, but we're there.
Yo, I would. Charlie, grab my keys.
Right, back alley. Let's get the corn dogs.
We gotta stop at an ATM.
Right.
Wait, do you take Venmo?
Right. Venmo, Cash App. How do we work this transaction out?
Apple Pay, I got it all.
Your girl needs corn dogs stat. Well, so I want to get into these pictures because I mean,
because we did get one.
We did get
one picture of somebody being outside their comfort zone. And listen, I mean, you're gonna go into it, but like, I'm so proud.
Yeah,
I'm so proud that they let us use it.
Right. No, exactly. So I'm going to show the one of Molly that she gave me the first episode because it's just a bomb-ass picture.
Please. Look
so,
at me.
Go this way. So Molly, you were in Florida, right?
Wrong way.
Right.
My head. There we go. Yes. I can't do this, guys. Yes, I was in Florida.
Molly was in Florida, rocking the swimsuit on the beach.
Yeah.
Like,
loving
looking gorgeous. Living her life to its fullest.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. And it's a great picture.
Thanks. I love it. Yeah.
Yes. That's why I left it like in our platform so I could show it again because I love that picture.
I know. It's exuberating joy.
Right? It looks like you're having the time of your life. And that's
we did. And I was Charlie, like we were out in the water. It was just him and I, and so much fun. It really was the highlight of my trip.
Living your best life, and that's all you can ask for.
Oh my gosh, because at that time we also rode scooters on. It was really fun. Yeah, we rode scooters around the town. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we rode scooters and like this. It was like this bicycle electric thing, and went really fast. But I did it. Your girl was on it. Yeah, so much fun. Sorry. Yep.
If I weren't going on vacation in the middle of nowhere, I would totally be riding a scooter. But it's okay. I'm excited to go where we're going. Yes. So this next picture, I actually took 4th of July. And it's kind of hard to see, but let me pop it up. So I'm at a picnic. And as you can see in the picture, like I tend to carry a lot of my weight in the bottom half of my body. So I am super conscious about that area. Sure. But as I've gotten older, I'm just like, you know what? 1, it's too fucking hot.
Listen.
2, I am in this body living and breathing, and I love me. So the top that I'm wearing is actually a bikini top.
So
and
good.
I'm wearing a pair of capris, and I was rocking it that day, and I felt super confident. And I had very little makeup on because it was raining again.
And then that brings humidity. So you're
exactly
wrapped in a wet blanket.
And your girl's hair did not stay down very long. Like I literally took it out of a ponytail to take a picture and put it back in a ponytail because it was too freaking hot.
Yeah.
So this next picture is going to set up the last picture that we have. So this picture here is my wife and I. As you can see, I'm, very feminine. She's very masculine presenting. And that's her comfort. Like I've seen pictures when she was younger, and like even now looking at those pictures, I can tell she's not completely comfortable, with who she, I'm going to say was forced to be, but who she was expected to be back then.
Yeah.
You know? So as she's come into her own, she's very masculine presenting. She's called sir all the time. And that's just who she is. And this is an older picture that I'm going to pop up on the screen. So we had a really bad snowstorm 3 years ago, I think it was. And we got snowed in, and your girl here was bored. And my now loving wife would do anything to, make me happy. Stepped completely out of her comfort zone, told me if I ever show anybody, she would not be happy. And then stepped out of her comfort zone again when we started doing this month's topic and said, you can show people. which
I'm excited.
I would have never expected.
I'm excited. Well, let's tell them what you did. Did you go tell them that like you kind of gave her
I gave her a bit of a makeover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here
just had fun because you were bored and
we were snowed in a house. Like we literally I couldn't even find my car on the street. Like
right.
So we were snowed in and bored, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
So my sexy masculine presenting wife let me do her makeup.
Right.
And for those who are listening to us on our podcast series, she is in a black vest with a black fedora, a pink lip, very similar to the one I'm wearing this evening.
Right.
And yeah, just very out of her comfort zone. And honestly, most of the people that know her, if they would have seen this picture or seen her like this out in the real world, they would have never known it was her.
Right.
You know, it looks nothing like her. So.
Well, and I think it just goes to show that you can love yourself in any form, any way.
Exactly.
However you choose to present yourself to the world.
Yeah.
And that can come in different forms. That can be whatever you want it to be. And it's okay.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, there are days where, like earlier, I ran and got my nails done and did some running around because we are leaving this weekend. So I had running to do, and I literally had a t-shirt, like a pair of like boyfriend, mom type style shorts on.
Yeah.
I had no makeup. My hair was kind of in a ponytail. Like it was just kind of thrown up in the middle of my head. Like it was lumpy and bumpy and all over the place. But
right.
I had stuff to do and I felt like I looked cute.
Absolutely.
And
it's a choice to feel, and it took me a long time to accept that saying. It's a choice to be happy. It's a choice. It's your feelings. You have a choice.
Yeah.
But now getting wiser in my ears, wiser in my ears. Wiser in my years. Yeah, no, it's so true. It's a choice, and it's hard. I don't want to negate the fact that it's hard to make that choice or to come out of that. I'm gonna mute my microphone.
All right. Got a little phlegm.
You know.
But and honestly, like to change your mindset, and we've talked about this in previous episodes when we talked more about mental health, it's super hard.
It is.
You know? And rewiring the way that society sees you and the way you're perceived by other people and the way you perceive yourself.
I was just, yeah.
You know,
because society's not going to change. It is changing. I'm seeing more representations of all types of bodies more in the media, in shows that I'm watching. So that's really awesome. But I mean, but we've been fighting the same fight as have many people for how many years now, right?
Right.
So
we're fighting the good fight, and we don't plan on giving up anytime soon.
Well, and society's gonna be society, so you kind of got like society's just gonna be what it is. So accept it, and make sure you are the one that loves yourself, because society's not going to.
Exactly. Yep. You have to love yourself and live in your skin, not them. So let them talk. Let them be judgmental. Whatever.
Absolutely.
I love me. I may not love me all the time. Mm-hmm. But we talked about that before. We're allowed to be in our feelings every now and again. We're human. It's human nature.
Right.
But for the most part, for the most part, it's not the right wording. 99.9% of the time, girl, I am good. I got this.
Right.
You know, and I've always said, like, I'm going to fix someone else's crown when they're down and remind them they are beautiful.
Right.
And you have a purpose. So yeah, be in your feels. It is so cool. But let me show you the way back up so you can be like, girl, I got this.
Right.
You know, we're getting flooded with comments. So, Robert says, I live in the tropics in Australia, so I understand the heat. Oh, I'm sure it's even
worse my
where
goodness.
you are. Yes, it's
No.
probably 10,000 times worse.
I would love to like visit. That'd be so awesome. But I don't know
Right.
if I could live. I don't know.
I was
That
gonna say,
heat
when do we get
would
to
get
come
me.
test out the tropics? I'd like
Yeah.
to explore
That'd
that.
be so fun. Right.
My mom says, "Wow, beautiful. I would not have realized that was her talking about Reese."
Right.
Yeah. And she said, stepping way out of my zone to support my wifey. That pic will forever be on the internet now.
Right.
Yes, honey,
It will.
You gave consent to do
Yep,
it.
you did. I heard it. So
Right. We had this conversation 2 weeks ago.
yes.
So Robert said, I've heard it takes 21 days to change and
rewrite
21 days of change to rewrite how you look at something that can change your mind about a thing. And it's so true. You know, when you first start to make that transition mentally, like you literally have to be on yourself day after day after day after day. Mm-hmm. And then it just becomes second nature, and you just live your life, and that's who you are. There's no stopping you at that point.
Yeah.
So, my mom said, I just thought, oh, Mom, you should have. If you caught the episode with my mom and my aunt a couple weeks ago, my mom is a cancer survivor. And she said, I just thought I should have sent you a pic of me rocking my bald head. You should have, because you kicked cancer's ass and you looked gorgeous doing it.
You look good doing it. Absolutely. And again, beauty comes in all shapes, sizes, forms.
Exactly.
And I just want to emphasize, like, you're beautiful at every stage of your life, wherever that brings you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Reese did say, I'm not going to pop it up, but she said, an international viewer, how exciting. Yes, I'm so excited that you are here with us tonight, Robert. That's awesome. Thank you for joining. But so unfortunately, it is already 8:56.
We do this every time.
I know. It is 8:56. Before we wrap up the show, I do have to let everybody know, unfortunately, next Friday, we will not have a show. I am going to be on vacation in the middle of nowhere.
Well, and listen, people, we got lives too.
Right.
We're modern women trying to survive in this world. So we got to make some happy time for ourselves.
Right. Well, and this is a vacation that was planned for 2019. And then Reese and I got married and her cousin got married. Mm-hmm. So we postponed the vacation to 2020. We know how that went.
Yeah, she was a bitch.
Yeah, and she still is a bitch. However, a little bit less of a bitch here in the United States. So, we are going on a vacation with her family, and we are going camping in a very secluded area. So I don't really know how my internet situation is going to be.
Probably not good.
Yeah. So instead of risking it and then having to cancel the show, we're just going to preemptively cancel. And then the following Friday.
It's my fault.
But I'm so excited for why. So Molly and I are actually going to be together. We are picking up
my wedding dress.
Yes.
Picking it up.
Yes.
Coming home with me.
Yeah. So
she's a beaut.
And we're doing that at 7 p.m. So we won't be home, unfortunately, in time for the show. But we will be back. I buried my calendar with makeup, so I'm not sure what the date is. Yeah.
Oh, what is today's date, first off?
Today's the 23rd.
Okay. So it will be the 7th.
The 7th. The 6th. Okay.
Yeah.
We think. We'll post it on our social media.
Yo, whatever. I'm going to find it. Yeah, it's the 6th.
Okay.
Everybody, it's the 6th.
So we will be back the 6th of August. I am hoping to be a bronzed goddess.
Goddess?
From being in, the woods all week.
And in the sunshine. Girl, get that sunscreen, though.
Oh, definitely. We have some last minute things we have to pick up. So, but yes. So we're going to cancel next week. And the week after, we will be back the 6th. And I'm actually going to take the wrap up first this week. I know, right?
Finally.
I am super excited that I do what I do for a living, and I have the ability to still see my friends and family, and continue without skipping a beat. So I am very thankful that all of my worlds collide and I can make this happen next week. So yeah, because I miss, some people don't get along with their in-laws. I do. I adore my in-laws.
That's good.
They're family just like my family. So
Right.
I'm very excited to see the extended family and my in-laws. So yeah. So it's your turn.
I think we already know what I'm thankful for.
That gorgeous mane.
My hair. I am. No, I'm excited. I'm excited. Blah, 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 blah. I'm excited that it's long. And I actually let it be this long. And then I like kind of feel like Samson in a sense of like it's my power.
Right?
Yeah, I love it. That was a
right now your hair is your crown, and rock it.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I know that's like kind of conceited, but I'm gonna be that for right now because I got gray hair.
That's not conceited, that's confidence. There's a difference.
Hey girl, hey.
All right, everybody, well, we are going to sign off, but do not forget to subscribe, or like, share, and subscribe. Apparently I reworded it.
Do the things that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, do the things down there that you see scrolling on the screen. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Modern Femme-ily. They're spelled just how they are on the show on YouTube and Facebook, and Modern Femme-ily with no dashes or spaces or anything funky on Instagram. And then don't forget to give love to the WLFE-DB.com for all of their shows there. You can catch us there as well. But give love to our WLFE-DB radio family. So until
the
6th of August. I can't believe it's August.
I know.
But until the 6th of August, my lovely humans, we love you and we will miss you, but we will see you then. Bye.